Hello again everyone, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. We are back here in Haven. Everyone's arguing over there, so I'll just move away from that. I'll just leave them be. So we did finish our little crafting spree in the last episode. Everyone is quite well equipped now, I think. So we're gonna go back to the war room. What level are we now? We're level 9, aren't we? Yeah, level 9. So we're not quite ready to tackle the extra tasks we have left in the hinterlands, but we are going to have a little wander around and see if we can talk to anybody else, because we did talk to Solus and Dorian. Have we spoken to Varric?
The Mage Rebellion joins the Inquisition. I've got to admit that's a twist I didn't see coming. One thing you saw in the future worries me. I mean, it was all bad. But red lyrium and Ferelden, infecting people and growing out of them, that's bad. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my red lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
How fast does it spread?
How long does it take for red lyrium to grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff. This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse. That's an accomplishment.
What a lovely fellow. We need to eliminate it, yeah.
We can't leave a single piece of that lyrium out in the wild.
I'm with you on that. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority. But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
Plan for what's next, yes.
We can't know what's coming. Best not to get too comfortable.
I can't disagree with that. But maybe you should try to relax while you can. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
Good old Varric. Can't beat him. Can't beat that man in the slightest.
Need something?
Anything else I can ask him now? Questions about Hawk again, maybe?
Tale of the champion.
That's a pretty common reaction.
No. What about personal questions?
You want to talk about me?
No. What about Red Lyrium? No, so we've exhausted his conversation options for the time being. We did talk to Liliana, didn't we? I think. We spoke to Solus and we spoke to Liliana. Let me just check that to make certain, though, because she's currently leaning over a table, which is always curious.
Anything I should know?
Tegan has returned to Redcliffe Castle and resumed his duties as Lord.
Hey!
The people are returning, slowly but surely. Unfortunately, our show of support for the mages has angered many.
I'll leave you to your...
Well, listen, it's a risky decision, recruiting the mages, but I believe the Templars, recruiting the Templars would have been risky as well. So we're just hoping that we made the right choice here. Did we actually speak to Solus? I remember having a big conversation with Dorian, but I'm not sure about Solus. Yes, we did. Cool.
We'll talk later.
Just so I know. Let me check with Cullen and Cassandra too, then, in that case. Keep on needing to remember where everyone is. There's Blackwall too, obviously. I'm going to try and do this as often as possible, just try and catch up with all my companions, because I want to make sure I am keeping up to date with all their stories, etc., learning more about them, if possible. So let's see. Cullen, Cassandra, both... There we go. Cullen, what have you got to say for yourself?
The mages are ready to approach the breach. I pray this will be enough to close it.
Give the mages a chance,
I know
yeah.
you're worried about having the mages here. Give them a chance to prove themselves.
I'm not questioning their ability or their intentions, but we cannot ignore the risks. I will not endanger the alliance you've created. We need their help. Any precautions taken will be to ensure the safety of our people and the mages themselves. Nothing more.
Okay. Anything I should know?
Is there anything I should know?
Not at present.
Tell me about yourself. Anything else?
We work. All right.
Whoa, what the hell? How to act Ferelden? Sorry, what? How... My esteemed Lady Sidonia, I'd like to take full responsibility for Lady Marshalett's odd behaviour of late. You see, we recently began the study of history. I thought that it would do the young mistress some good to be exposed to all Theodosian cultures and not just all there. It was a foolish thought. Regrettably, your dear daughter has taken a particular interest in Ferelden folklore. She first developed an affinity for King Calanhad, which seems to have devolved into a borderline infatuation. She stared at me, eyes wide, when I told how he unified the barbarians with his allegedly incomparable might and charisma. Every time I tried to move the lesson on something more important, she insisted I tell her again about Calanhad, how the Ferelden say his hair was twice as yellow as the sun, and his chin more chiseled than the tallest peak in the Frostbacks. Twice now I've had to tear down drawings she's tacked up in her bedroom with a man shirtless. Oh dear. Then we moved on to the werewolves, which was even worse. As you may already know, the Ferelden's venerate the folk heroes Dane and Hafter. Dane was said to have been a werewolf and Hafter to have descended from one. No enlightened man or woman could ever view such beast people with anything but revulsion. But you know Ferelden's and their love of wildlife. Unfortunately, these tales of the wolfmen sent the little mistress's imagination afire. When she suggested we put on a play for you and her lord father, I could not say no. I'm afraid that's why Marshallette was running through the mansion wearing wet furs and frightening the chambermaids. She was rehearsing a scene in which Hafter drives back the Darkspawn. I have been informed that some priceless family heirlooms were destroyed amidst all that confusion, and I cannot fully express my dismay. I understand if my abject failure as a tutor results in my immediate dismissal. Oh dear me.
I was transferred to Kirkwall shortly after the Blight. This is the first I've returned in almost 10 years.
It was a long time, yeah.
In Ferelden in 10 years. Are you glad to be back?
I was not sorry to leave at the time. I did not expect to return. Now, between the Divine's murder and the breach, I've arrived to find nothing but chaos.
Bet you're glad you came back.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight. Did you fight Darkspawn?
No. I was stationed at Ferelden's Circle Tower.
I remember you there.
The Circle had troubles of its own. I remained there during the Blight.
What happened at the Circle Tower?
You who survived the Blight have fond memories of that time. I would prefer not to speak of it.
Fair enough.
What was Kirkwall like?
While I was there, Qunari occupied and then attacked the city. The Viscount's murder caused political unrest. Relations between mages and Templars fell apart. An apostate blew up the Chantry, and the Knight Commander went mad. Other than that, it was fun.
Nice. I like that dry humour.
Mages and Templars.
You were at the Conclave. You must have heard people speak of it.
Yes, but you were there.
There was tension between mages and Templars long before I arrived. Eventually, it reached a breaking point. There was fighting in the streets. Abominations began killing both sides. It was a nightmare.
What happened then?
The Templars should have restored order, but Red Lyrium had driven Knight Commander Meredith mad. She threatened to kill Kirkwall's champion, turned on her own men. I'm not sure how far she would have gone. Too far.
So you opposed her?
I stood with the champion against her, in the end. I should have seen through Meredith sooner.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you. She was very divisive.
I knew he was friends with the champion of Kirkwall, but little else. We've spoken more since I joined the Inquisition, largely at Varric's insistence. Apparently, I spend too much time with a serious expression on my face, and it's bad for my health.
I'll let you return to your work.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
Anything else from Cullen,
Did you
by
read
chance?
something?
What about your
What
colleagues,
do you
yeah?
think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
Josephine?
What do you think of our ambassador?
We have little in common.
Oh no, we have actually already heard all this,
But I
haven't we?
enjoy working with
No more questions. Cassandra, she got anything? Oh, certainly.
And what are we supposed to do, exactly?
What you always do. Complain.
We've already spoken with Commander Cullen. No one listens.
Who is this guy?
We want better quarters. We want the Templars kept at a distance. And some respect for...
This is not the Circle. You mages are our allies, not our wards. Act like it.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it.
Well played, Cassandra. That guy was a bit of a douche, wasn't he?
It never ends, evidently.
Is there a problem?
Is there an issue with the mages? Can I help?
The mages are here as equals. They need to get used to what that means. It is your doing, after all. You created this alliance.
I hope it will work out.
Well, I hope it works. What other choice do we have?
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I? I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
Flatterer.
You're flattering me.
I'm not. This always happens. Nobody ever takes my meaning.
You should see your face.
I'm thinking less flattering things now.
Whoa, that laugh is creepy.
Let's hope the breach has your sense of humor.
She looks so pissed off. Oh, that's funny. Does she have anything else for me to talk to her about? That's quite hilarious.
Do you need something?
I have some more questions.
Why am I not surprised?
Can I speak about brother
Tell me
yet?
about your brother.
Still nothing
prefer
yet.
not to speak of
So her brother's still a bit of a sensitive subject, that's fine. Well said. Well said. Okay, Blackwall, have anything new? I suppose speak to him over this wall.
To thank you. There are 100 things that need your attention. You didn't have to take the time to help me, and yet you did.
It was on the way. It was a good
If
course.
the history you pursue benefits the Wardens, then it was worth it.
I've never been more certain of my decision.
Blackwall approves, good stuff. We'll do better.
There will be opportunities for us to do even more in the future.
Then I look forward to it.
What do you think of the Inquisition?
You already know what I think of your forces. I'm not sure what else there is to say.
I think I've already asked him about all the people, haven't I? Right, okay, so I think we've spoken to everybody. Let's go and have a conversation with Josephine quickly. And then we will, we'll go back to the war room. Because I'd like to go and investigate the other areas before we do In Your Heart Shall Burn. Like the Storm Coast, etc. But I'm sure we'll find out these places eventually. That was a weird graphical glitch. There's still a bit of a graphical glitch going on here. The door seems to have disintegrated. But apart from that, it's all good. Yeah. Anyway, Josephine. Research? No.
Greetings.
Anything to report?
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must
Gotcha.
stay-
Right, war room. Are we gonna get cutscenes straight off, or is it purely just the war table here? Just the war table, right? Okay, let's check around the place then. The University of Orlais, what's
Has
this?
Cassandra spoken to you about my new recruits?
They are not your recruits, Commander. They're ours.
Fair. So the leaders of the Inquisition, the death of so many good souls of the Temple of Sacred Ashes is a tragedy, compounded by the frenzy of posturing that has taken place in the race for Divine Justinian's successor, which all too frequently uses the University of Orlais as a scapegoat for ills, perceived or real. For ills, sorry. Considering your recent cowing of these clerics, the University is hoping you might see your way to protecting us from their rhetoric. Such a partnership could be beneficial for us both. We have research, magical as well as mundane, that we'd be pleased to share in exchange for aid in these trying times. We can arm the University with what they like best, information, give them ammunition against anyone who speaks against them, the attacks will cease. A bit of diplomacy to tell the clerics where their attacks are unwelcome should be enough, provided it is done delicately. Or Cullen, a few soldiers stationed in the University along with some mercenaries should be enough for a demonstration of support to deter Chantry attacks. I'll take Josephine's diplomatic route. I trust her delicacy with the matter. Oh, there's a lot of shit in Ferelden, isn't there? There's Gather Coin, there's these the ally from Starkhaven. The Inquisition has received a missive from Starkhaven. Most cordial greetings. My name is Sebastian. My name is Sebastian Vale, sole heir of the Vale Princess of Starkhaven. I recently retook the throne of this great city from those who sought to gain it through unjust means. As the most devoted adherent to the Chantry, I felt the loss of the most holy Justine V keenly. I too hope for resolution to the terrible conflict that claimed the lives of hundreds in Kirkwall, and now threatens to claim all of Thedas. I extend Starkhaven's hand in friendship to the Inquisition. Together let us right the wrongs visited upon our world. Prince Sebastian Vale. So that says it's busy. So what I can only assume that means is that just Josephine was the only one who could do that request, which means she's not currently able to actually do it because she's doing another one. Which, if I'd have known, I would have saved her. But anyway. Answer a request from Hazmal. Commander Cullen, I understand the Inquisition is working with reckless mages. I'm as surprised someone from Kirkwall would condone any arrangement with them, but it does put you in a position to aid us. Hazmal's circle sustained significant damage during the uprisings. Rather than follow the Lord's Seeker, many of our Templars elected to remain and deal with the aftermath, but our resources are limited. Furthermore, we have loyalist mages with us. Hazmal's people would happily throw them to the wolves even though they had nothing to do with the rebellion. As it stands, I fear we may fail in our duty to protect them. I trust you sympathize with our predicament. I humbly request our charges to be transferred to the Inquisition. Knight Commander Bryson. Hostility towards mages remains, but there are ways to travel without drawing notice. We have a few Templars of our own. Hazmal's Templars will be comfortable working with them. They can ensure safe passage for the mages. Yep. He called on Cullen, so we might as well get Cullen to sort that one out. Although I probably again, improve stability. The Inquisitor's efforts to close the Fade Rifts have increased stability in various regions across Thedas. However, demons sometimes remain, having wandered from the site of the original rifts. The Inquisition has received numerous requests for their aid in dealing with this problem, so that probably does sound like a one to send soldiers. So we maybe should have saved Josephine and Cullen a bit better there, but anyway. So let's check out one of these other areas we have. So we have, over in All A, we have this one, the whatchamacallit, is it the Oasis? Yeah, it's the Oasis. I think it's the Forbidden Oasis, I want to say. And over in Ferelden we have the Hinterlands, which we know, Rescue Soldiers, that is the Fallow Mire, which sounds extremely dark. We have the Storm Coast, and that might be it, actually. I think. Is that... I thought there was another one. So Storm Coast, Fallowmire, and the Forbidden Oasis. Let's check out... Let's go a bit crazy and let's go check out the Forbidden Oasis, because I'm curious as to what these shards mean. So let's go to the Forbidden Oasis. We'll take Doran, we'll take Varric, and we'll take Cassandra. No offense to Solus, I do like him, but I do like Doran a little bit more from what I have seen of him. He's quite entertaining to have around. And I do believe he means well as well. Plus, it's a nice change of perspective to have someone from Tevinter knocking around with me. I hope I don't regret going to this Forbidden Oasis. Because unlike some of the missions, there's no level specifications as to where you should be before you go to these places. But I'm sure if we do find anything that is a little bit too strong for us, we'll probably know about it, a la the Dragonlings, etc. But for now, we will return once we hit the Forbidden Oasis. Okay, it looks like we're coming up to the Forbidden Oasis now. I'm curious as to what this is going to look like. It's all the way to the incredible west of the two nations, so yeah, like I said, I'm curious as to what we're actually going to find here. It's all Legion, so it has the potential to be a bit eccentric. Like, I don't know if I'm right to just immediately take that assumption, but I'm sure we'll find out in a sec. Or maybe we won't. Ah, here we go. It seems to be coming up now. But no, Oasis is very black. I must say. No. Here we go. Oh, it's very arid.
Come to join us at the Oasis? It's actually quite the sight. It and the temple are further in.
Okay, tell me about the temple.
Have you learned anything more about the temple?
Honestly, I don't like the feel of the place. No one does.
Why not?
Couldn't say. It's just a feeling.
Okay, anything else?
Anything else I should know?
Not much to tell. A mining company out of Val-Fermin used to have an interest here, but economies change, and they moved on. Strange the miners never marked the temple on their maps.
Okay, let's go with the desert edge. So, how big is this map then? Let's do it's actually it's got a bit of a size to it, but it does seem smaller than the hinterlands if I'm judging purely based on how far I can move around the map. So there's a couple of fade rifts, or 3 fade rifts surrounding the camp. Question mark there, and the temple is further up, and there's only 1 camp that we can establish, apparently, apart from the one that we have already set up. Okay, so we'll investigate the rest of the Forbidden Oasis in the next episode, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, then please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll catch you in the next episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. Thanks again, guys. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.